shall be starting again soon. As soon as my live video pops up. It always seems like this one takes forever to load. It's kind of weird. Come on. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? There we go. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 85 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. When we last left off, we had liberated Doma, but unfortunately at great cost. So, what we're going to do is we are going to continue from what everyone was talking about in the game. It seems like we will be heading back to Girabania to try and get Alamigo liberated as well. Swift and secret departure. I informed Tataru of our coming. She and Hancock should be waiting for us in the Ruby Bazaar. And it is here we part ways. Best of luck to you and yours in your piratical endeavors, I suppose. So we're gonna go ahead and get the mosey on. Oh man, got a bit of a headache going on. It's not fun. But I must endure. Wait. Oh, never mind. Not high enough. Must go higher, I think. Yeah. Need to get the closest aetherite, which I believe is around here. There's that jump puzzle. Splint. Let us go to the Ruby Bazaar. Ooh, we're close to 72. That's what it looks like. Welcome back, everyone, and congratulations on a job well done. It is a pleasure as ever to see your smiling face, Tataru. Less so yours, Hancock, though Rasho and I are sincerely grateful for your assistance. The pleasure was all mine, Master Alphano, I assure you. Anyway, you'll be glad to hear that I've already chartered passes for you back to Limsa. The ship is to leave port this very day, but the captain has agreed to wait until the four of you have boarded. The four of us? You mean to stay here in Kugane? Yes, I gave it some thought and I realized that even with Doma free, there's still a need for a woman in the middle. Maybe even more than before, considering all the friends and alliances you made. As I told her many times before, I'll be more than willing to assist you. And as I told you many times before, I'm not about to let you worm your way into our affairs and exploit our connections for your personal gain. Must you always presume the worst? So there you have it. I will remain here for now, you needn't worry. I'm a regular at the hostelry and a half-dozen other local institutions. Everyone loves me. Capable hands, Tataru. So go, go, don't let me keep you. Buy your supplies and souvenirs while you still can. When you've finished, make haste to the docks. Pier number 2, to be precise. I'll be waiting for you there. see how far we can get into the main storyline here. First to arrive, as always. Hopefully the others will not be far behind. No, usually not.
Ah, there you are. All packed and ready to go?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. Apologies for the wait. The task of tying up loose ends invariably takes longer than one allows. Happily, however, all now seems to be in order.
That's good.
Then there's nothing left to do but to board the ship. Do try and enjoy the journey, won't you? It may be your last chance to rest for a while.
That would depend on the good captain's choice of route.
As ever, Tataru, I pray you take all due precautions while making your inquiries. Better to avoid the local authorities altogether than risk a repeat of our Ishgardian episode.
And what sordid episode is this, pray tell?
Naught to speak of, I assure you.
You there! Hold that ship!
Ian?
What are you two doing here? Shouldn't you be in Doma?
Shouldn't you? You left with nary a word. I half wondered if I had done something to offend.
Upon learning that you had departed for Kugane, we immediately resolved to give chase. Our comrades can manage affairs in our absence, and it seemed the least we could do.
You mean you came all this way just to say goodbye?
That too, aye. But there was something else I felt I had to say. You helped us win our freedom, and for that I cannot thank you enough. Accordingly, after we have established an interim government and so forth, I think it only meet that we repay the favor by dispatching our own forces to Eorzea. If you would have us.
You kind of need to keep those forces on your borders so you don't get recaptured.
We harbored no expectations of such generous aid, and as there is no telling when the Empire might strike back at you, would it not be wiser to concentrate your resources on the defense of Doma?
Exactly. It's what I was just saying.
I had a mind to pursue a more aggressive defense. To wit, we will send forth shinobi to provinces far and wide to spread word of our victory, that we might inspire others to take up arms as we did.
Interesting.
Even the Empire has its limits. If the Garleans cannot be certain where and when the next rebellion will take place, how can they commit another force to Doma? And besides, so long as this debt remains unpaid, how am I to face myself and Gorsetzer?
As you wish. I will relay your offer to the Eorzean Alliance.
All of Doma is counting on you to finish what we have started. You have it in you, Lys. To seize the future you want. Never forget.
I won't, Hien. Not your words or anything else. Everything that led us here, that will drive us forward, I'll carry it with me always. And that's a promise.
I will hold you to that. Go with them to Eorzea. Tell their people of our triumph and of our pledge to stand with them.
By your leave, I shall pave the way for our new alliance.
Hurry up, you lot! The ship's about to weigh anchor!
So now there's 5 people.
It seems
going.
our time is at an end. Go well, my friends, and may we meet again beneath a western sky.
I mean, I guess Yugiri could always just hide away. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Doom.
I always knew that woman was unfit for command.
Aye, when you think of all the resources we've poured into that hole, and for what?
Oof.
The beast yet lives. Mayhap it is time I sharpen my claws. I wonder, will you walk into my parlor once more?
For Dolorem Lupus, come at the command of the Lord Viceroy to present the prisoner taken by the Cranie Lupi.
Who did they take prisoner? Oh shit, Kryl.
Xenosie Galvus, I presume. It's true what they say. You do have the eyes of a monster. A ravenous, insatiable fiend.
You, give the butcher your weapon.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, this is...
A reward given in recognition of your service. I trust it will prove more capable than its former owner.
I swear, I'll not disappoint you, my lord.
Good. Now, silence that mewling little piglet. I will not hear another sound pass her lips. Until I strip the fat from her.
It's messed up. You called Kryl a fat piglet. So now basically I can take a boat to Kugane from Limsa now whenever I want. Holy crow, my inventory got very junked. Eek. Back in the Arzi at last, ready to pick up where we left off and finish the fight. We're not who we were when we left. We're stronger and wiser. So let's do it. Let's get back to Alamigo and defeat Xenos once and for all. Catch me if you can. Let's see, that has to be a title. The Returned. While you were away. Alright, so we're on 67 right now. Ooh, 26 missions? Is that what I see? Woohoo! Yes, I'm hoping to get at least a 20. That'll be nice. Here we are, home at last. I must say, the journey passed more quickly than I had expected. That would be due to the absence of otherworldly interference, I expect. I should be glad we did not speak of that unpleasantness again. If we did not speak of that unpleasantness again. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. But in spite of all that and more, we returned better for the experience and more importantly, triumphant. Indeed, and with Doma freed of Imperial oppression, it is only right that we turn our thoughts to the plight of Alamigo. Well, I'm all for that, obviously, but I think we should go and see the refugees at Revenant's Toll before doing anything else. They'll be thrilled to hear what we've accomplished, and it'd sound best coming from you. Thank you. I shall do as you suggest. Uh-oh. I see I'm not too late. Admiral, what are you doing here? The East Aldenard Trading Company informed me of your impending arrival. I have tidings I thought best to share with you in person. From Girabania? Aye, the Alliance still holds the wall despite several Imperial counterattacks, but we have been unable to press further into occupied territory. Commander Kemp and his men, meanwhile, have made great strides toward rebuilding their depleted ranks. They have even taken it upon themselves to attempt some few operations, with mixed results. I am sorry to say it was a complication arising from one such venture which moved me to seek you out. Huh? Oh yeah, because of Kryl. During a mission to transport wounded resistance fighters to the Rising Stones, Kryl Baldessian was taken prisoner. Kryl? Do they know where she is being held? They do not. But your comrades were informed at once, and I am told Thancred is in Girabania looking for her as we speak. How could this have happened? We must seek out Thancred without delay. Where's Y'shtola at this? Nay, Kryl taught me better than that. It would be unwise to act without first acquiring a full understanding of the situation. Yeah, where's Y'shtola? Because the last time we remember, she was unconscious. Thank you for informing us. Tired though we may be, we must make haste to Castrum Orions. Pray excuse us, Admiral Lady Ugiri. Ah, bummer. I need to take a quick pit stop. Gotta go to that Hakazauli so I can go ahead and pick up some stuff. Some stoofles. Alrighty. Cha-ching. Let's go ahead and get some bag space fixed. We'll also checking to see if anything sold. It's looking like a hot bunch of nothing sold. Oh, something did sell. A paltry pittance. God, I love the quick and trust. Nope. Nope. Alright, I put everything away that I could, and it still didn't give me much. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to Castrum Orions. in the fringes. Also voted on another mansion for my guild on my main, and we lost again. Unfortunately. Ah, he's with Arenvald. There you are. You have heard the news. In broad strokes from Admiral Bloswin, what happened? Prowl and a squadron of resistance fighters were escorting Y'shtola and several other wounded to the Rising Stones for further treatment when they were ambushed by Imperial forces. Arenvald and his men fought valiantly, but in the chaos. I'll make no excuses. We failed to protect her. Do not be so hard on yourself. You protected Y'shtola and the others, did you not? Tell us about the attack. It was the skulls. They knew a path across the wall we hadn't found. We thought we were safe once we reached the Black Shroud. We weren't expecting an ambush. During the fighting, I caught a glimpse of their leader's memories. It was all planned. The advantage of having a walker in the field. I'm not as strong in the Echo as Hero is, of course. Half the time it's enough to knock me on my arse. Like I've taken a dose of concentrated aether. So you walked in Fordola's memories. What did you see? A woman promised the world, education, training, citizenship, all that, and more if she but sold her soul. A traitor to her people or a pretender to her masters. It was Xenos himself that gave the order, told her to return with Krau Baldessian alive. Our agents have been carefully monitoring Imperial communications since the attack, but have yet to intercept any transmissions making reference to Krau or her current whereabouts. If their orders were to bring Krau back alive, we can save her if we move quickly enough. As you say, time is of the essence, which is why I intend to slip past enemy lines to see what information I can uncover on my own. In the meantime, it is up to you and our allies to command the Imperial's undivided attention. Lots of shouting and explosions and so forth. Keep them distracted and I will find her. Very well. I wish I could do more to aid you, but I understand. Commander Kemp is on his way to the castrum as we speak for a meeting with General Aldine. If you hurry, you could catch him on the road. You can find him on the road and discuss the situation beforehand. I think Hero and I are going to go and see Conrad like he suggested. You all wait here. I'm actually surprised that... Oh yeah, I can't fly here. I just remembered that. Fried muffins. Excuse me. Well, well, isn't it a pleasant surprise? It fills my heart with joy to see you two hale and healthy. Welcome home, Lise, Hero. I'm sure you've heard about Krau by now. That's why we're here. I'm still not sure what to think about it, but we'll save her. We'll definitely save her somehow. I have no doubt that you will. You look stronger for your time in the Far East, lass, and that's good news for Krau. I like to think so, but enough about me. How is everything with you and the Resistance? Better than when you last saw us, and no mistake. Arenvald's been a godsend. Him and Minago and all the other youngbloods have achieved so much in such a short time. We've been blessed to receive the support of the Flames Alamegan Brigade, who have been instrumental in freeing our countrymen from labor camps throughout Garibania, as well as some political prisoners from the city proper, believe it or not. Together with the refugees returning from Ul'dah and elsewhere, we've had no shortage of able-bodied men and women eager to join the cause. I knew you wouldn't stop fighting even after what happened at the Reach. Force of habit, I suppose. Though we've come a long way, we still have far to go. But we'll fight for every ilm, and sooner or later we'll get to Alamigo. But listen to me prattling on when we should be making haste to Castrum Orions. There's no point you telling me everything now that you'll only have to say it all again for the Flame General's benefit. You're right. I'll go on ahead and tell the others that you're not far off. So what was the point of this little talk anyways? Other than like, lefty! Other than a distraction. and a chance for me to pop Lefty out. I'll let them take care of those bears. You have spoken with Thancred then. Good. Take heart. If anyone can track her down, it's him. I believe I hear Commander Kemp's party approaching. If you're ready to address Father and the others, let us be about it. It's a pittance, an increment increase, so nah. Ralger's Beacon. There you are, and there is Commander Kemp, I see. I know you are eager to speak of her next move, but we would first hear more of your last. Tell us of your deeds in Doma.
Pray, join me in welcoming our Scion allies, but recently returned from their mission to the Far East. We have been most eager to hear a first-hand account of your time there, eventful as we understand it was.
Very well. Allow me.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice. But the prize is worth the price. Doma, free after all these years.
Bloody hells. Flooding their own castle for a better chance at victory. We could learn a thing or two from that lad.
Our agents report a flurry of communications between Garlemald and Alamigo in recent days. 'Tis plain they are in the midst of deliberating their response to the Doman uprising.
Good. Every Imperial unit in occupied territory will be on the lookout for civil unrest. The fear of leaving critical locations undefended will make commanders think twice about committing their forces, giving us a chance to seize the initiative.
Yeah, but they'll also be on...
We have a chance, aye. Mayhap the last one we're ever going to get. While we've done our best to rebuild the resistance, the Imperials have only increased their efforts to root out sympathizers.
Yeah, like, they're going to be doing that. They're going to be cracking down, so they're on high alert.
If we keep on playing for smaller prizes, it's only a matter of time before they crush us again. And that we won't come back from.
A swift advance seems best for all concerned. Not least poor Mistress Kryl.
Then let us waste no more time. The campaign for Alamigan liberation begins now. Our first objective will be to capture Castellum Veladina. Take the bridge, and the whole of the fringes will be ours. From there, we can push east towards the peaks. I name this operation Ralger's Beacon. For as Ralger once sent his star to guide our ancestors to these lands, so too shall it see us home.
Meanwhile, no, never mind. The success of this mission is paramount. So long as the Empire holds Castellum Veladina, the main host cannot advance. Xenos knows this, which is why he has ordered Fordola and her men to see to the bridge's defense. So we'll get to fight the skulls again. The Butcher is not to be underestimated. She is decisive, ruthless, and feared by foes and friends alike. But we have a plan to defeat her. First, we send an alliance force down the main road, signaling our intention to mount an all-out assault. The garrison will muster their forces and prepare for a protracted battle. However, they will soon find that we are ill-prepared for their counterattack. Our men will begin to break ranks and flee. I see. Show them your backs and give them a target too tempting not to pursue. Aye, Ferdula is too aggressive not to press the advantage. She will order her men to give chase. We lure them as far as East End, where the commanders will rally their forces and attempt to hold their ground. If all goes to plan, we should be able to keep the greater part of their garrison occupied. Leaving us to tackle the bridge's remaining defenders. Very clever, I'm sure. But what are we to do if the Imperials smell a rat and return before we've taken the place? I don't need you to take Villadina, Commander Kemp. All I need is for you to fly your flag from its tower. You mean to trick them into believing that the bridge has fallen? Aye. We can convince them Villadina is lost, hit them hard with our reinforcements, and watch them go running for the hills. Then when the dust is settled, we regroup at the Castellum. What say you? It's a bold plan, but a good one. We'll do it. In that case, we shall support both the Resistance and the Alliance forces. Hero Lise Arnvold, I ask that you accompany Commander Kemp. LSA and I will remain with the Flame General. We will return the Ralger's Reach and make our preparations. As soon as they are complete, we will join you in the field. Godspeed. So the Resistance base is still Ralger's Reach after we, got completely tasted on there. Give me 2 seconds. Got a message. Alright. Yeah, why did you guys come back here if you know that we got completely blasted here already? Not a smart move. In case you haven't noticed, the flag flying above Villadina is bloody massive. It'd take a dozen men to change it, and far too long besides. But there's no need for all that, right, Monago? Not so long as I have my griffin and a satchel of glamour prisms, no. Arnvold, you're in charge of the runners between us and the Alliance. No link pearls. Lise, I want you to look in on the squadrons. Make sure they've got everything they need. Everybody clear. Aye, sir. All forces are to depart for Castellum Corvi when ready. That'll be all. Hero, stay with me a moment, if you would. Sure. I have a special task for you. There's a few men I'd like you to look in on personally. Each of them has lost people, and I can tell that it weighs on their hearts. Ah, okay. There have been a lot of new faces since last you were here, so it's best if I just tell you where to look. One's an officer you'll find in the barber. Another's an older fellow who likes to pass the time on the shore of Starfall. The last is a fiery young lad from Little Alamigo, who I'm told trains by himself by the river to the fringes. You'll know them when you see them. Come and find me when you're finished. Using me as a morale booster. Yay. Wait, I know you. Lieutenant Hero of the Twin Adder. It is an honor to meet you. I was living hand-to-mouth in Ul'dah, but decided to enlist in the Flames after I heard tales of your daring do. And now, as fate would have it, I've been sent here to join in the fight for my homeland's liberation. Ah, but this is not the time to talk. I've got to prepare for the operation. Take care, Lieutenant. We'll give those Imperial whoresons what for. And just as a heads up, Yokai Watch event is now live as of today. I'm not doing that today, of course. I'll do that another day. Play around with it and show you how it goes. Hero, am I right? I doubt you remember me, but I'll never forget you. Saved my life in Little Alamigo, you did. Wilred and the rest of us had got it into our heads that if we had enough crystals, we could summon Ralgar like the Amalja summoned their god. Thankfully, you put a stop to it. Never hear of what happened to Wilred. Joined the Braves when they came calling, only to turn up dead one day. Never found out how or why, but I reckon it doesn't matter. Dead's dead after all. But at least he died doing what he thought was right, and maybe that's the best folks like us can hope for, eh? Not that I'm in any hurry, mind. I could have told you what happened to Wilred. It was because of Ilberd's... Hey, Lefty. Welcome back. It was because of Ilberd's, machinations. I say, if it isn't the lad who helped me find the ward I misplaced. Ah, but there I go again, treating you as an equal. It wasn't until after you'd gone that one of my comrades pulled me aside and told me it was only the bleeding hero of Eorzea who'd taken time out of his busy day to help me. Well, what is done is done. But know that I will fight with every ounce of my strength in this coming battle, and the next and the next. Mayhap that will serve to repay the favor. Fare you well. These all didn't sound like they needed pep talks. Sound like they were pep talks for me. Oh, I gotta go do my Kurunai, or not Kurunai, but Zloe stuff. You've had a word with the men I mentioned then. As I'm sure you noticed, they've another thing in common aside from tragedy. You touched each of their lives in one way or another, but that's not the reason I wanted you to speak with them. A man who's lived in Giribania his entire life, who bore witness to the realities of the occupation for 20 unbroken years. A man who fled Alamigo in search of a new life, who swore to serve another nation only for fate to conspire to send him back here. A youth born on foreign soil who never knew his parents' homeland, yet nevertheless felt kinship with our cause. 3 men, 3 stories, 3 reasons, yet all belong to the resistance. In growing larger, we've grown more diverse, and while there is good in that, there's also the potential for strife and discord. Not the, not the voice channel, though. And it'd take a special sort of to lead such men to Alamigo, don't you think? Good thing they've got you. Someone like Leash, you mean? Leader of the Resistance, eh? Don't I have enough titles already? Oh, should I do... I like Conrad. But Lease is also... I like Conrad. Good thing they've got you. For now, but not forever. And to be frank, I don't always know what to say to the ones who left, not to mention the youths. Nay, the Resistance needs a leader with a wider view, someone who's not lived their whole life in Giribania, who's known death and hardship but not been grounded down by them. Aye, as you may have guessed, I've been thinking of asking Lise, but it'll be her decision in the end. I trust I needn't say that this conversation is just between you and me. Sure thing. Good lad. Right then, we'd best head to Castle Corvi, or what remains of it, rather. Not sure, I don't remember completely, but I believe there's 2 trials and a dungeon left. Sprinkled in the remaining 2 sets of quests we have left for Stormblood's original storyline. And then we got the after story. But like I've said before, Once we get done with the main story for Stormblood, I plan on doing some side stuff and not working on the story as much. I mean, I'll sprinkle it together. I'll try to mesh it as well as I can, but for the most part, I want to get into Eureka. It's an extremely lucrative area. And I'd be a fool not to take part in it. Should be able to cross over here. If I can't, I will be severely upset. Good, I can. Oof. Damn, you pulled off of me? I'm 10 levels ahead of you. You shouldn't have pulled. I guess I ran into it. We'll lead the way while the other units launch their own separate attacks. Remember that we need to hold out until Monago sees to the flag. Got your gear in order any moment now. Ooh, at least you popped me down only to 69.
It's begun then.
Good. It's the waiting that drives me mad. Standing around, knowing what's to come. I'll never get used to it.
NC.
Calm down, Nargo. You're making her nervous. We've come this far, haven't we? We just need to make it the rest of the way.
Right.
Here they come.
Looks like the bastards went for the bait. The bridge is ours for the taking. Now remember, Monago, I want you to make for the tower as soon as you see an opening and get that flag flying. We'll see to the fighting.
Oh,
I won't let you down, sir.
Come then. Rolga's star shall burn bright this day.
I think I remember how this goes. I don't think this is gonna be as clean cut as they want it to be. If I remember, this gets kind of dicey and messy. I lead the charge. Out of my way, Ironfall.
Here it comes!
Bye-bye, caster. Eat my crits. Down for the count. Are we going this way? Again, my lead. Yeah, this feels like a kind of trap. Oh wait, that cannon's still alive. What the crap? Time to eat more crits. They're delicious and nutritious. Taste just like chicken. That is a tiny ass shield, Barnvold. Think you're clever with all your little tricks? Think again. None of you are leaving here alive. Yay, I get to take her now. Plan B. Nope. Aha! I learned to counter that with my own abilities.
Meet my new friend!
Took you down to Chinatown. Spank! Now we get to watch everything unfold.
God damn you! No more running! No more hiding! Let's finish this! Look! The flag!
It's a nice flag.
The bridge is ours! Al amigo! Al amigo! Al amigo! Yeah!
And there they go running.
Stand your ground! It's not over yet!
It is, Fordola.
Damn it!
Let them go, Lise. We've done what we came here to do. That's enough for now.
Wait a second. It's a lot of open area. Where'd she... She could just disappear like that. Now with that, just piddly little smoke bomb. Should at least be able to see her running. Oh. Ooh. Jesus. God damn, how many of our own forces are gonna go down underneath them? There we go. The Bull Al Amigo finally showing up.
Philadina is fallen? Impossible!
We have them on the run! Forward! No mercy!
Take no
Regroup.
prisoners.
Regroup! We have to regroup! All units, fall back!
Commander, the 4th cohort has been routed. We'll be at the mercy of the enemy's reinforcements if we don't fall back now.
Idiot! We have the stronger force by far. Don't be taken in by their tricks. Or would you rather tell Xenos you lost to this rabble?
No, but if the snakes betray us in the confusion, we'll have no way out. I'm begging you, Commander. Give the order, or we'll all die here.
As common traitors who drank of muddied waters. For all the good it did us. Skulls with me! The day is theirs, and so is this bastard bridge. Someone bring the snake.
The snake? Who's the snake?
I suppose. It's our first victory, isn't it? And that has to be worth something.
That it is. It's a shame Fordola got away, but we did what we came here to do. I have to remind myself it's just the first step, but it's a big one. We're going to take it back. All of it. One ilm at a time if we have to. Oh, there's 72. Nascent Chaos. What was Nascent Chaos again? Infuriate grants the effect of Nascent Chaos, upgrade and decimate the chaotic cyclone. Upon reaching level 80, Nascent Chaos will also upgrade Fellcleave to Inner Chaos. Yay! The Fortunes of War. There's still a chance that some Imperials are holed up inside the castle. We'll need to search it top to bottom to be sure it's safe. In the meantime, I want you to rendezvous with the main host. Keep your weapons at the ready. There's a chance you might come face to face with soldiers on the run en route. On second thought, it might be prudent for you to do a preemptive sweep of the region for soldiers that have gone ground. We shouldn't afford them any time to regroup and launch a counterattack. When you're judged your work to be done, report that to General Alden in Bittermill. Sure. Checking to see if my messages... what was on the message block. Did we hit the level 68 part yet? No, we're still 67. Oh, wow. Stun had no effect on me. Nice. Completely took it down. Cureness. Usually that means that is a an event, like not an event, but a fate that usually gives an achievement or some type of drop that's really good, or like a rare drop or something, like a pet usually. Paralyze me. Doesn't do anything for you except making a little bit of an annoyance in me wanting to desecrate your body afterwards. So I think I might end up 3 levels past once I get done with Stormblood. Maybe 4. We'll see. Well met. All's well at the bridge. Yep. Good, good. The fighting has died down here too, as you can see. Pippin left but a moment ago with a contingent of troops to occupy Valadina. If and when the Imperials return, they'll find us dug in behind their own walls. Cannot have hoped for a better outcome, General. Splendidly done. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It'll take more than one castellum to turn the tide. My men and I will deal with the remaining enemy forces, Scions. I bid you return to Commander Kemp and his men. Delight not overmuch in victory, not when there are battles left to fight. Our work here is finished. Our resistance allies are waiting. Lefty. Ah, they're doing a hunt train. Hunt trains are very, very lucrative. They're good at getting you seals and all other jazz. Am I finally going to have access to the other side? And I think my memory is a little muddied. I thought that this was going to be a rough patch, but I'm guessing it's alright for now. Back so soon, I suppose the general and his men had matters well in hand. The Vice Marshal and his men showed up not long after you left. If the gods are good, there'll be no one left to fight. Rising fortunes, rising spirits. Of course, the armor will be useless to me. Because I have my relic armor. Or at least the base level of it. I know you're not one for waiting, but if you'll bear with us. Commander Kemp, Marshal Tarpon reports that their sweep of the Castellum interior has been completed. So it's finally over, eh? Pray extend to him my deepest thanks. It's official then. Castellum Veladina is well and truly ours. Mayhap this calls for... Wait, where is Minago? She took her bird and flew off towards the Peering Stones, the village of the M tribe where she was born. I doubt that the Imperials who fled Veladina had a mind to give them trouble on their way back east, but she was nevertheless worried, so I gave her leave to go and see what her people were safe. Though I pray you are right, 'twould be best if Minago were not alone if she should encounter the enemy. Agreed, let's all go to the Peering Stones and make sure that everything is alright. Sounds good to me. If that is your wish, then I have no objection. Just let the guard know when you wish to cross. And now I can go ahead and get the finishing touches on all the Aether crits. For the most part. There's no Aether currents there, though. Greetings, Scion. Do you wish to pass? Yes. To the northeast. So we're gonna go grab that first. I thought something about there being a sniping party. Man, why do people gotta do that shit? That's annoying. For reference, a sniping party is a group of people, a group of players that will go and deliberately steal from like rare kills and stuff from other players. And usually when a sniping party does something like that, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the people that were initially going to collect the reward, like actually do the work. Let them do the work, but still collect the reward. Now granted, I did something similar to that in WoW, but for me, I did it to bots, not to actual players. I did it to people that were using bot accounts, so that way they could just autoplay. Hey Lefty, welcome back. And I did that because bots kind of ruin the economy in the game by over farming and then depleting, or basically just deflating the cost of goods on the market board. So I wasn't actively doing it against other players and I was just being malicious to people that were trying to take advantage. Doing my part to keep the place clean. I got bitched out by a few of them too. The path to the village is through a tunnel just east of here. Follow me. No, there's another one to the northeast, eh? the last one on the fringes too. So basically the way I would do it is I was on my rogue, and I used to farm for enchantment materials. And a lot of times I'd get frustrated because other people would be farming, but I'd be like, oh well, if it's another player, I let them go. But then I noticed it was like you could tell when it's a bot because they follow the same thing over and over again. There's like the short for bot, robot. They act like they're mechanical, like scripted through everything. So it's like almost like an NPC. So I would learn to pick those apart. I would actually talk to people. I'd warn them beforehand, like, you know, you might want to let me know if you're not a bot or not. Because if you're not a bot, you're gonna get upset. Because if you don't respond to me, I'm gonna treat you like a bot, which means I'm gonna start grabbing these kills off of you. And the bots wouldn't respond. The people would respond, and I'd be like, okay, well, if we could share the kills, or if you can just get your bit and then I can get my bit, that'd be kind of cool. Sometimes that didn't work out too well, but I would just do what I could to get as a share going on, some type of share system. Otherwise, I'd just come back again and farm later. Mostly would just farm one thing. But anyways, if they didn't respond, I'd just start sniping by, like, as soon as they were about to, I would watch what they're targeting, and right before they would attack, I would mark it as mine, and then I would just continue, and then I would loot it really fast, and then I would watch what they were targeting. I would kill it or mark it, let them help me kill it. And I just rinse and repeat. Oops. Alright, you got enough. All this just so I can get this. But basically, the one time I did get bitched out by the botter, I was doing that tag and bag, basically, for like over an hour and a half. And I'm assuming the person came back to check on their spoils, and they noticed that they got dick diddly for that entire time. And I'm just like, haha, I've got mats for days. I could do my enchants for a while. I mean, I could even help out my guild and stuff. And he started whispering me and like told me to, you know, screw off and all this other stuff. I was like, well, I warned you. I asked you, where were you for the last hour and a half? I know you're botting, so you can't report me, because then I'll just report you back for botting, kind of thing. It's like, I'm just, you know, capitalizing on your bot. You know, I'm a rogue. I'm supposed to be doing stuff like that. It's like, it's mob justice. And he was like, he kept yelling at me to stop and getting aggressive with it, super aggressive with it. And I told him I wasn't going to stop until he stopped botting or left. And he eventually logged off. Yeah, that was the one altercation I had. Usually I didn't have any like interactions with the owners of the bots, because I usually didn't stick around. But that one I had a really good rhythm, and I was like, I got time to spare, They'll might as well take advantage. And I decided to do just that. And I have no shame in it. Because if you're a botter, then you're ruining the game. Hey, 8th rate. Yay. Well.
Ah, you've come. Welcome, friends, to my village. My home.
I'll give it. I'll change my stance a slight bit. There are a few people that use bots for entertainment purposes, such as there's I know in this game there are some people that have like multiple accounts tied in so they can do concerts, like have their own band. That's a botting thing where I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Like they're trying to entertain. They're not trying to interrupt the game in any way. All they're doing is standing in a town and they're performing. Those I don't mind. It's the ones that try to actively steal, snipe, all that other stuff. Those are the ones that are the problem and need to be completely expunged.
How fare your people?
Good, all things considered. Better than the Ananta at any rate. They've sent an emissary. I'll take you to her.
Oh no. I think this is where one of the trials is going to pop up.
We're here to help. Will you tell us what happened?
Aye. It began with a quarrel between the Imperials and the Kaliana. The Kaliana are another Ananta tribe. The strongest and the most influential. Unlike the Vera, they want no part of our troubles. They swore fealty to the Empire and were content to remain within their borders.
Just so. The Kaliana forsook their pride in the fight and yielded to Garlemald long ago. But then a new commander was sent to hold the Black Bridge. She demanded the Kaliana surrender a hostage, this butcher.
Fordola.
Oh.
It doesn't make sense, though. The Vera are the ones working with the Resistance. Why would she threaten the Kaliana?
That's the snake.
Because she is ignorant like all Imperials. She knows not the difference between Kaliana and Vera, nor does she care to learn.
I see. All Fordola knew for sure was that the Resistance would come from the west. She reasoned, therefore, that if the Ananta on the east bank turned their coats, she would be trapped. I take it the Kaliana had no choice but to oblige her.
No, they did not. The Imperials left with the Kaliana broodmother's own daughter, Anamika. Long days and nights she looked out on the Black Bridge weeping for her child. Until you came. The broodmother knew at once which way the winds would blow. She and her warriors met with the fleeing Imperials in the road and demanded that her daughter be returned.
Bad idea. Fordola's not the kind to take threats lying down.
You know her well. The butcher turned her blade to Anamika and bade the Kaliana move aside. But the broodmother would not yield.
I know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
The Kaliana surrounded the Imperials, one of whom, whether out of fear or stupidity, cut the child down. There was naught that could be done.
What madness.
The true madness was yet to come. For in her despair, the Kaliana broodmother cried out for her daughter to be restored to life. She beseeched Sri Lakshmi's intercession.
She summoned a primal then and there?
That she did, if only for an instant. Bereft of courage and honor, the broodmother sought solace in her faith. The Imperials fled in terror at the sight of the goddess, abandoning these lands to the Ananta. Now the Kaliana bid us make pilgrimage to pay proper respects. Yet though we Veera revere Sri Lakshmi as the holiest of the holy, we will not prostrate ourselves before her.
And so you turn to us?
Aye. All who have fought with the resistance have heard tell of the warrior, the Icon Slayer.
Don't look at me.
I believe we have heard enough. Inconvenient though the timing may be, if a primal has indeed been summoned, we can scarce afford to ignore it. We must needs discuss how best to resolve this situation.
Primal time. The lure of the dream. At the risk of sounding hopelessly naive, there may yet be a way to avoid a violent confrontation. In the past, I fear I've been rather too willing to accept that we have no other recourse than to risk our lives, or rather your life, to address these threats. Yet the primals we have faced thus far have demonstrated a variety of temperaments and objectives. Ravana may delight in battle, but Ramu would sooner keep to the forest with his children. Ere we decide to challenge Sri Lakshmi, it would seem wise to learn more of her nature from those who summoned her onto this world. If that is your will, then so be it. To the north you will find our village. Sharisha shall unfold all. We shall leave at once. Minago, can you inform our comrades at the bridge of what happened? Of course. Be safe, my friends. Oop, 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 oop. Eyes bigger than her stomach. Oh, sorry. I was distracted by the grumbling in my stomach. Thanks to the Garleans, we've been having trouble maintaining our food stores. Excuse me. Custom dictates that any game brought back to the village must be distributed evenly amongst everyone, but there hasn't been much to go around lately. Without fear of harassment from the Garleans, we can finally begin hunting again, but there's still so much to do if we're going to replenish our supplies. Any chance you'd be willing to help? If you could bring back, say, 3 Teleoceratuses, it would be of great help. You'll find them to the north of here, but don't kill them. We'll need their meat to be as fresh as possible when it's put away. When you've worn them down enough, you can stuff them into these bags without much of a fight. Now, I know what you're thinking, but trust me, they'll fit. Stay safe out there. Can I just hop off here? I gotta be careful, make sure I don't land next to something that'll aggro. Because of that. Go get my Aether Current right fast. Oh yeah. No, not attack. Gotcha. If I can get to the trial before the end of this episode, I'll try to get, or this part, I should say, I'll try to get it done before we to get done. You're back. Do those bags contain what I think they do? Yes. Wow, you really did it. Not that I didn't think you could, mind you. It's just been so long since anyone here has had the guts to contend with those beasts. You can be sure we'll make good use of them. Their meat for rations is a given, but their horns and bones will make good tools, and their hides can make belts and boots. Did you know that Telosaurus isn't even native to these lands? The Garleans used them for carrying freights, but the Sods couldn't keep them under control. A few of them escaped into the wild, started breeding, and here we are. I guess you could say it's a blessing in disguise. If they hadn't brought Telosauruses here, we'd have one less source of meat and materials for fashioning our tools. I'm gonna check the merchant right fast. Items. You have nothing. Alright, so I'm going due north. Oh shit. Oh my god. That was super close to me insta-dying. If I had gotten aggro before I landed, that would have killed me. Even if I had landed and then pulled aggro, I probably would have died because it dropped me damn near close to death, to 1 point of health. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do the, if I can get the unlock within like 20 or so minutes before I'm supposed to call this episode, or why I keep calling it an episode, this video, then I will try to attempt to clear it out. That's what my mindset was. That's what my thought process was. So let's go ahead and get the skinny on Lakshmi, and then get everything done. We do not often receive guests. What is the purpose of your visit? Greetings and well met. We are the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, and we come seeking Sarisha of the Vera. You are she, are you not? You have petitioned us for aid and succor, and we intend to provide them, but we would first learn more of Sri Lakshmi, and that we might better understand the nature of the threat she poses to you. A simple request, one which I shall gladly oblige. In the beginning was Sri Lakshmi. We were created in her image, daughters blessed with her beauty. Her breath became ours, her serenity our solace. There is naught she would not give. 'Twas the Kalyana broodmother's desire to bring about her daughter's resurrection which first called forth Sri Lakshmi from the aether. That being the case, I rather doubt the goddess will be spoiling for a fight. That would depend. The primal's motives will have been colored by the summoner's state of mind, namely that of a grieving mother who had just borne witness to her daughter's murder. Though she apparently craved a miracle, she may also have harbored thoughts of vengeance. Moreover, the Kalyana's conception of Sri Lakshmi may differ from that of the Vera. This is true. The Vera and the Kalyana do indeed regard the Lady of Bliss in different ways. To the Vira, Sri Lakshmi embodies freedom. She would not suffer her daughters to be bound to another's will. And so we stand with the resistance against the Empire and give our lives for the cause. To the Kalyana, however, she embodies transcendental beauty, which they strive to create through their craft. To shape crystal is less art and more ritual, a sacred duty wherein each tribe is imbued with a fragment of the soul. The Imperials do not interfere with this holy work, and so the Kalyana were content to turn inward and ignore our plight. Until reality asserted itself, and they summoned the primal, a fever dream to soothe their aching hearts. But surely they can see that it won't do any good. The Imperials will still rule these lands. Nothing will change. The Ananta will. The Kalyana bade the Vira make pilgrimage to pay proper respects, remember? Those who do not wish to partake of their primal's bliss will be made to do so. Not while we're around, they won't. Though our beliefs are not the same, we are still kin to the Kalyana. Will you help them to see reason? You can count on us. Know that I'll kill your god if I have to, maybe even if I don't. Oh, that's fucked up. You can count on us. That other one was kind of mean. Then we shall, for without you we may be powerless to stop them. If we do not act quickly, more lives will be lost, more families torn apart, more children made to suffer. Then it's settled. We're going to find that primal and put an end to this. My sister, Vajra, will guide you to Janan Khat. And then I shall pray for your success. Well met, scions. I am Vajra, she who shines bright and unbroken. I stand ready. We leave upon your command. The Lady of Bliss. Definitely don't need earrings. You are ready. You look ready. The Jan Khat. There you will find the Kalyana's crystals and Sri Lakshmi. Follow me. I think I hit level 68 after there's an unlock here. And the question is it the tribal stuff or is it actually an Aether Current? It's an Aether Current, yes. Unexpected guests. Adventurer, I would ask a favor of you. In recent days, strange men have been stealing prey from our hunting grounds. They appear to be Alamegans, but they do not recognize us as allies. They refuse to listen when we explain that they are trespassing. If they were to see another strider in our company, they may not be so quick to fight and flee. They were last spotted to the east of here. Please go and speak with them before anyone comes to harm. Alright, so how do I get out of here? Do I have to actually go out and around? Probably. It's hard to read the map for me. I'm not a good map reader. I'm horrible at it. Oh, there's an exit over here. It would be good just to look around. Aether Currents. I need one more, which will... I need one more, which of course would be the ending quest for the area. And then, yeah, I'll be able to fly here. Aw, man, it's down that way. Frag it. I'm just going to go this way. I'm already over here already. Should have read my map. Oopsie toodles. Not that it matters really much anyways, due to the fact that I still need to deal with the rest of the storyline before I can even get the last Aether. Current. Kajan Uncut. The path leads to an entrance above. Within is an Aetherite. You must use it to enter. Understood. With me, everyone. Plus, I can also do this possibly while I'm waiting for the queue up. Because it's going to be an 8-man queue. So that means I gotta wait for 7 other people to pop. Yeah, they use elephants as mounts. No. No. Leave me alone. Yes, continue to annoy the crap out of me. Leave me alone! Stop following me. Yay. Oh, there's the 8th. I'm not too far away. I'm right here. I'm attuned to it already. Whoa. Oh, never mind. Cutscene.
Why, mistress? Why does my Anamika slumber still?
Look thee on her face, supplicant. Thy prayer hath been answered. Flesh sundered hath been made whole. Blood spilt runneth through her veins. Breath stolen filleth her breast.
But she hears not her mother's words, nor sees her mother's face. She's silent and empty.
Only the vessel may be remade, not so the flame which flickered within. Her soul hath been scattered to the 4 winds.
Don't do anything rash. Nope, never mind. Rash it is.
Now do you see her promises for what they are?
Alisaie, have you gone mad?
Mayhap I have, but I refuse to stand by and watch yet another tragedy unfold.
Who intrudes upon this sacred ground? Imperials, thirsting for blood!
No! We come not to shed blood, but to save you from the false god who would lead you astray. I understand how you feel. I do. You loved her with all your heart, but when the moment came, you still couldn't save her. The anguish, the anger, I know it only too well. But I also know where this path leads. To embrace a primal is to condemn yourself to an endless cycle of despair. You will never know peace.
A worm-eaten heart may find peace and serenity in service, in beauty and grace. This hath ever been my promise. Naught else.
You tempt them with visions of things that can never be and leave them bereft and wanting. No illusion, however sweet, can change the fact that your daughter is gone. Remember her as she was. Do not suffer this piteous shade to tarnish her memory.
Might as well come out.
For every prayer that primal answers, it'll demand payment in kind. Do you have any idea how many more Ananta will die to feed its hunger for crystals?
They would have thee suffer man's spite and live in fear. Far better to dwell in my beauteous dream than endure so ugly a reality.
That sound familiar? All y'all Naruto fans? Infinite Moon.
She's wrong! We hate the Empire as much as you, if you just listen!
Poor, misguided children. I would spare you the torments of this cruel and misshapen world. Come, bask in my radiance. Let it fill your hearts and free you from your burdens.
Time for me to take the hit.
Abide in misery then, fools. The Ananta are more deserving of my blessing. Leave these lands and my dreamers be. I will not warn you a second time.
And they're tempered. I know, it was stupid and foolish, but I had to try, hero. I had to. I had to try and I failed, so you have to fight. There's no other way. I'll wake them from the dream, never stop trying. There we go. It means a lot to hear you say that, it does, but it doesn't make it any easier to have to ask you to face that thing. We can but do that which is within our power. Lee, Salfino, and I will go and seize their crystal stores. This will not happen again. And you, when it is finished, we will be waiting for you. Emanation is now accessible. So we're doing this, waiting for this. Let's go and knock out the other Aether Current. Time to do the missions. Ooh, this should let out straight there. Cool. Stop attacking me. Ah, shit, I can't just go jumping off the side, because if I take lethal fall damage, it's done. You're a bone mage strapping leader. Haha. Please wait. If you would listen for just a moment. Ah, keep that thing away from me. Or ah! I fear they won't listen to anything I have to say. Would you go after him and explain his people are trespassing? I must tend to my wounds. Spinneroonie. Spinneroonie 2. You were trying to help that thing, weren't you? What do you want? They wanted us to leave their hunting grounds, so that's not savage so they're not savage monsters looking to feast on our innards? I see, sorry about before. It's not every day you see something like that where I come from. Me and my friends are from a small village in the peaks, you see, and with the Garleans blocking all ways in and out of the place, we never traveled far. Now that they're mostly gone, we thought we'd have a look about, maybe scavenge for a bit of food. We didn't mean no harm on us. If it's all the same to you, we'll leave and go look for food somewhere far, far away from here. Hey, Midgard. No one is queued up. Nah, and I can't use the trust system with the trials because it's an 8-man, not a 4-man. Crud muffins. You are returned. Were they willing to listen? Men from the peaks. Interesting. We were concerned the M tribe may have coerced them into stealing from our land. My sisters will be relieved to hear this. If these people are desperate enough to venture there for food, perhaps we can help them. A deal of some kind. A share of our food stores in exchange for materials for our gem crafting. Yes, that would be a fair trade. I will need to discuss this with my sisters. The beginning of a fruitful partnership may be at hand. Get in there.
Open your hearts to me.
This fight can be kind of annoying. I had the hardest time trying to solo this one on extreme mode. there are some mechanics that can get kind of irritating. But I do now have it on farm on my main.
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
Here comes the ultimate attack.
I shall free you from your hate.
This is the part that kind of goofed me before, was the denial. Because if you don't use your Vril, it punches you off and you automatically die.
Surrender to bliss.
I'd rather not.
Do not your souls weigh heavy? Your souls are stained. I shall free you from your hate.
Wasted your limit break. Could have done damage to her. But oh well. Still took her down. And another primal bite the dust. Yeah, yeah. We did it. Yay, we did it. How many did I get? I got dos on the commendations. I'll take it.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
Torrent nothing.
So, it looks like the Ananta did have a mountain of crystals after all. Like every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Listen to me, please. I know that you're only trying to protect yourselves because you feel frightened and alone. But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace. Your crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Who are you to question our choice? You who fight without fear? We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
I know there's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Begone, damn you! Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up. Girabania is our home too. And one way or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo, back at the Hall of Doom.
Ah, the savage returns, and with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
Why leave him there? Because you know that he's actually going to try and attack them. Ooh, man, stomach really growling. I need to get some food. Toon, belly, toon.
Fadola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
Why do you tremble so? Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
His Garlean eye looks like a giant friggin' zit.
Yes, my lord.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions. You misjudged the Ananta and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
I want... I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Very well. Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits. Assuming, that is, you are prepared to wager your life for such power.
Transcend, my lord. I came here prepared to die. Tell me what I must do.
It's a Hojo wannabe. I wish we could have left on better terms, but that was never going to happen. It could be a problem if they get their hands on any more crystals, though. Never mind, we'll deal with that when the time comes. The silence of the gods. Ooh. Shore log. It's wood. You have done us a great service this day. Long shall my sisters sing the praises of the Icon Slayer. Let us bear word to them of Sri Lakshmi's passing. Come, friends, to Viranilia. Hey, that's funny. Nilia was the name of one of my WoW characters. Hey, Lefty, welcome back. Welcome back, Lefty. I had a female Worgen warlock named Nilia. And the way I came about that name, I saw that, I think there was like I think it was Aelin was a word for the moon or something like that, or like a new moon, and I think it was full moon or something, and I just spelled it backwards to kind of be like, oh, it's a black moon kind of thing. Ah, the winds whispered of your success, and your eyes confirmed their testimony. The Lady of Bliss no longer holds our Kalyana sisters in her thrall. For this, we thank you. Wait a second. Weren't they supposed to stay tempered? Hero did the deed. We were but witnesses to his heroism. However, I fear this is only the beginning, for there is no cure for that which drives the desperate to beseech the gods for salvation. Should they wish to use their crystals to summon Sri Lakshmi again, naught can be done to stop them. We ignore our sisters' plight at our peril. This we know. We shall endeavor to show them another path so that the day you speak of never comes. We are all in this together, Alamegans and Ananta. We understand that. Hopefully in time they will too. You and yours will ever be friends of the Vera. On that you have my word. Should be getting back to the Peering Stones. Thank you again, Sarisha, for everything. Yay, I get to get flying in this area. Can't wait. So then after that, we're going to push into the peaks again, and I'll be able to get flying in the peaks. And then we're going to go to the last zone. And then we're done with Stormblood. Yay, yay. Well, at least until post. Hey, Pippin's here, and so is Conrad, looks like. Yep. Welcome back. Conrad and Marshal Tarpon came to render aid, but I hear that won't be necessary. It won't. Sri Lakshmi's gone. But I should probably start at the beginning. Incredible. I don't know what to say. If you hadn't been there to stop her, who knows where it would have ended. Saved a lot of lives here. I would take pride in that. It must be said that this is something of an unprecedented situation. Previous summonings were, to my knowledge, planned well in advance by a tribe as a whole. Indeed, there are several aspects of this incident which bear further investigation. In any event, the Kalyana's supply of crystals must remain limited for the foreseeable future, and the ambient aether levels closely observed. Understood. The Alliance will consult with the Resistance and the Vera on how best to enforce such restrictions. Thank you, Vice Marshal. To other matters, then. What news of the Imperials? None, which itself is troubling. It seems as though the skulls and the remainder of the garrison have fully withdrawn into the peaks. We've seen neither hide nor hair of them since Valadina. Regardless of their reasons, our path is clear. Father has decided that it is time to advance east. Finally! He's also most emphatic that you be spared further duties for the present. You are to rest. It would not do for the Warrior of Light to collapse from exhaustion during the march. We may not be as strong or as quick as him, but we are soldiers nonetheless. We can deal with the Imperials. Aye, you've earned this respite, so enjoy it. And the same goes for you, Minago. You've been away from your family too long, don't deny it. As you say, sir, thank you. We'll make the most of our time here. Gimme my turn-in. Looks like it's up to me and mine to give you lot a proper welcome. My mother prepared a special meal for this occasion, and I have it on good authority that hers is the finest cooking this side of the Valadina. I get to have a feast. Yay. Ooh, that's a nice picture of the moon. Pardon my yonage. Honored guests, pray you partake of our humble offerings as we give thanks for your many valiant deeds. Thank you, sir, for this warm welcome. We are honored to break bread with you and your family. Come, eat your fill of our food and drink deep of our spirits. There is more than enough for all. Well, when you put it that way, don't mind if I do. She wasn't kidding when she said her mother could cook. Now seeing her with her family, I can't help thinking of my own. How my father would come home from a hunt with dinner on his shoulder, and Ida would prepare it with herbs and spices. Our mother died when I was little, so she did most of the cooking. We didn't have much, but we had each other, and that was enough for me. They wouldn't let us have even that. Theodoric, Gaius, of course Father and Ida had to fight. I would have too if I'd been older, but they didn't have to die. Never ends, does it? They call us beasts and they treat us like them. They push and they push and they... Until someone pushes back. Until someone takes up arms or summons a god. A false god. The 12 are watching us. What are they thinking? What are they thinking when they see the strong hurt the weak? When people fight and die and nothing gets better and it just goes on and on and on. You'd have to ask them. I don't think the gods listen to people like me. Thanks for listening. I know I was just rambling, but I feel better somehow. Who knows what the answers are, or if there even are any. Either way, life goes on, and we've got to go with it. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. I'm just getting tired. Time to turn in, I think. Tomorrow's another day, eh? Let's see what it brings. Sleep well, hero. Sure thing. I'll be out like a light in a second. Give me the reward! Come on! I want it. Give me the Aether Current. There's something to be said for a home-cooked meal, is there not? We must cherish these moments, fleeting as they are. The fight will always be there, waiting for us to return. Yes. Wahaha! I can fly again! Alrighty, so... I gotta go ahead and leave this here. We're gonna... Oh, no. Actually, before that, we are going to... It'll shatter. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Looks like I'll be working on armor still. That's my weakest one. We have to do this right fast. I keep forgetting about it. And I'm just wasting the XP bonus. Yeah, I'm working on armor. Alrighty. Uh-oh, I don't have a mount set up on this hotbar. But oh well, we're good. Alrighty. Custom delivery. Zoe. She needs maelstrom materials. I need 3 maelstrom components. So it was 9 then, I believe. Oops. Oh. Well, we'll do this. My bad. I might have overbought. Oops. I hit the wrong button. This will help me in the long run. Because it'll... Ooh, that was nice. It'll make making the actual turn-ins a lot easier, because I'll already be halfway at the quality. Pillage. Had to capitalize on that good. Plus this gets me extra XPs. Oh. That was a very misplaced good. I don't like having that there. I need to fix all my hotbars for crafting. Oh, the good didn't loop back. Now it popped though. 100. Oh yeah. Alright, so this is the last one of these. Alright. So now I need to do these. And you'll see wham bam thank you ma'am. And then I can do this to put me already at halfway of that. That was so easy. Now I can't do any crafting because my bags are full, but until I do this... Yay. Now I'm good golden gravy again to finish up. Yay. Let's rush over here and turn these in to Zoe. This will definitely get me to 67, maybe even to 68. Oh, it's heroes. Lily's on the verge of making the biggest deal of her life. I will succeed, I must, for the children. Weaponry, alchemical potations, rations. The Arbol needs all the supplies she can get, and this should serve quite nicely. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, it just says the same thing. Zoe is ever so grateful to you, hero. Thanks to you, the Maelstrom will have enough material to wage 1,000 wars. I can just hear the sound of the cannons of firing and the holes of cracking. Did I mention that I wanted to be a pirate when I was small? Hero, oh hero, you'll be happy to know that Zoe's instincts were right on the mark once more. My contact in Limsa tells me that the material you collected for the Maelstrom was, and I quote, a bloody godsend. Those were the Admiral's own words. Can you believe it? Zoe still can't believe it. Every piece has been sold off, and at prices that have our coffers overflowing like never before. Now I can finally provide the children with the life they deserve. 1 square meal a day to accompany their usual porridge. Blankets and bedding free of mold and moth holes. Shoes with actual soles. And finally, Zoe can treat herself to a fresh bowl of pineapple pudding every other day. What will you eat the other day? Why, nothing, of course. But don't worry. I just close my eyes, savor the smells wafting in from Adkar's kitchen, and chomp my teeth together. If I try really hard, I can almost convince myself that I'm dining on a full-course meal. I feel so bad for her. Yay, satisfaction up. I'm a savior of the orphanage. Zoe Aliapo is overjoyed with your efforts. She now considers you a savior of the orphanage. And yet there is still much work to be done before the finances of Menfina's arms are stable. To that end, Zoe Aliapo has a new favor to ask of you. So we're going to go ahead and fill that one out too. To think Zoe would live to see the day when Menfina's arms was finally free of debt. Now that I thought I'd actually die, of course, at least not for a while. I mean, we're all going to die one day, right? Oh dear, that conversation took a depressing turn. What I mean to say is, thank you so much for all that you've done. Thanks to you, hero, business is thriving, and Zoe can finally keep Menfina's arms running on her own. Oh, Takeb, what brings you out here? Is something the matter? Oh no, did Zoe forget your breakfast again? No, Miss Zoe, it's my friend. I told her my name day was coming and she started crying. She said she doesn't know when her name day is. Then I started crying too. When I first came to Menfina's arms, I cried in my bed every night. I tried to smile in front of you, Miss Zoe, but deep down I knew that Mummy and Daddy were never coming back. But Miss Zoe was so nice to me, and Chloe would always cheer me up with stories about dragons, and before I knew it, I wasn't crying anymore. And so I wanted to do for her what Chloe and Miss Zoe did for me, but what can I do, Miss Zoe? If only I could give her my name day, I would, but... Yes, if only. Wait, Takeb, you're a genius, don't you see? We'll just declare your name day the day of all your friends who don't have a name day of their own. We can all celebrate together and none of you will have to feel alone. That's such a great idea. I wish I thought of it. Or wait, did I? Oh, Miss Zoe, can we really? It would make her so happy. Of course we can, but we're going to need presents, and not just any presents. Presents so delightful that these poor boys and girls will be able to forget, if only for a day, all the pain and suffering they've endured in their... I'm sorry, I seem to have something in my eye. Get yourself together, Zoe. Standing around here sniffling isn't going to get anything done. Well now, hero, I think you know what you have to do. Are you ready to get collecting? Custom deliveries list for Zoe Aliapo has been updated. To view the new list, speak with Zoe and select make a delivery. Or I could just go to my timers and go over here. Heartfelt gift. So I need gift component. I want to see how hard this would be. I don't think it's actually going to be that hard. Not actually bad at all, so I don't need to worry about doing the prerequisite. So I need heartfelt gift component. And it's 3 of each of those, right? So I need 9 of those. It's a Bob Ross. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so heartfelt gift component materials, heartfelt gift component, I just need 9 of these. Oops. I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. I still filled it up. Crafting in this game is so much like a puzzle. Oh, I'm about to level. Yay. I actually don't need that last move, but oh well. Yay. I think focus synthesis is the other one I needed. Is it? Focus touch, focus synthesis. Yeah, that is it. Or no, maybe not. Never mind. I might have to go over there. Oh, hero, thanks to you, the children are as happy as Loi's ever seen them. If only you could see their beaming faces. Present for the children, how kind of you. The mere sight of the box is sure to fill their hearts with joy and wonder. Why, I suppose it will have the same effect on me. Let's take a look. Now, a present for the children, how terribly thoughtful of you. Thanks to you, this will be one of the happiest days of their lives. I'm sure of it. Same thing, same thing. And same thing, same thing. Why, hero, you've been working your tail off this week, haven't you? Speaking of tails, I really wish the orphan boys would stop pulling mine. Don't they realize how much that hurts? Anyway, I think you've earned yourself a much-needed rest. Don't go too far, though. Zoe's counting on you to help keep Memphine's arms going strong. Deliver the weekly maximum of 6 items to Zoe. You may begin making deliveries again starting Tuesday at 4 a.m. Earth time. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. Alrighty then, I made it to 67. Unfortunately, that wasn't up to 68, but that'll work for me. This has been part 85 of my playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If y'all liked it, give me a thumbs up and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber to keep up with the content. And comment down below, tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. No spoilers, please, and I will see you in the next video. I will catch you then. Later. Time to end the video.